Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on KCBQ 1170. If you ever want to connect with us here at the show, you can always text us 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. And we were talking with Joe Corbisiero before the break. Top 10 things where marketing is heading into 2020. So if you want that report, again, just text us 619-663-7355 with the words top 10, and we will get that report over to you. Joined as always, Mr. Jason Hall with Team Home Loans. And
yes,
again,
sir.
Joe Corbisiero with Whissel Realty. So what do you think about this marketing idea, guys? There's a realtor downtown who's got a penthouse condo, $8 million penthouse condo, one of the more exclusive buildings downtown, the Harbor Club. It's one of the original high-rises. The views are ridiculous. And if you buy this condo, Jason, you might want this. They will throw in a Tesla.
Wow. Do I get the P85D high performance Tesla that I drove the other day?
It is a Tesla Model S P85D.
I want the P.
Blue.
It is P85D. It is the $105,000 Tesla.
And that's the base model. So if you actually want a steering wheel with your Tesla and any tires, actually it's $130,000, Kyle, the one I actually test drove. I couldn't believe it because I was thinking like 105. And then, we're driving it and I didn't look at the sticker. And I'm like, well, how much is this one with all these options? Because Manda likes all those options. It was $130,000.
Wow.
So yeah, if you can afford $8 million, I guess 130 is a drop in the bucket. But I'm a value guy, and if I can get into an $8 million condo, throw in a $130,000 Tesla, I can, park right there in the garage and charge it all the time. It's a wonderful car. I mean,
what do you think about that, Joe? I mean, you're an expert marketer. What do you think about throwing a car in on a real estate transaction?
car.
I've seen iPads and stuff thrown in. I don't know if I've seen a Tesla thrown in before. What do you think about that?
That's new. I like that actually.
Yeah?
What color is it?
I don't know. The color in this article that I read, it's a black one. I don't know if that's the one that's going to come with it, but that's an interesting take on marketing.
I think it's a very interesting. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't know if somebody spending $8 million would really care about having a Tesla. Maybe already have one.
Right.
But you never know. I know. Maybe there's going to be their vacation homes. They don't want to bring the other Ferrari that they have parked in New York.
Well, I mean, you need a Tesla in each city.
Yeah,
you don't want to have to tow your Tesla out here. You want a Tesla at each of your houses.
If I was comparing that $8 million listing to the other penthouse and the other, high-rise down there, I might say, hey, with this one, I'm getting the Tesla, and that might make the difference. If the views are very similar and the layouts are very similar and everything else is there, I might be like, well, the $130,000 car, honey, I don't have to pay, and so let's just get that one.
Do you know why this is a good idea?
What is?
Why offering a Tesla with your listing is a good idea? Do you know why?
What's your take on it?
Because it's not our listing, and we are talking about it right now.
Exactly.
Which is why it is a brilliant idea, because it gets publicity, and publicity sells homes.
Wow.
That's exactly what it is.
That's a good point.
Yes.
So it is working.
It's a great idea, though.
It is.
I agree with that.
Definitely. So, Jason, Mr. Tesla lover, what is going on in the mortgage market?
So the mortgage market, so rates are still really good. I mean, they've been bouncing around. We had Jason on earlier, Libram, with Libram Wealth Management, talking about, money management. A lot of money has moved back and forth this year, shifting from Asia, Europe, coming to the U.S., going back. Now they think things are fixed because of the QE that they're doing there in Europe. So a lot of money's been shifted back, causing a little bit of our rates to go up. Our stock market is still, going crazy through the roof, which I guess is a good thing. Short term, we'll see long term how that impacts. But it's a great time to look at locking in that rate and getting a 30-year fix, whether you're looking at a refi, Kyle, Joe, or more importantly, if you're looking to go from a rent versus own. So I was running some different simulators, and, a lot of people are renting a 3 or 4 bedroom house, maybe in an area like Claremont is kind of what I ran, a zip code 92117. The average rent there right now is running about $2,500 a month to live in a 3 or 4 bedroom house. Well, over the next 4 years, as rent increases, and it always increases, right, Mr. Whissel?
They're expecting rents to increase at double the normal rate over the next 5 years as well.
Exactly.
It's supply and demand. We're not building enough homes to keep up with the people who want to come live here.
Right, we're not in Buffalo.
And so we're not in Buffalo. So because of that, long-term, the appreciation of all of our homes, any homes we buy and our clients buy, that's going to go up, but rent's going to go up. And so if you sit there and do nothing, this is on Realtor.com, the rent over the next 4 years will end up averaging you $2,751 if it's $2,500 today. So over the next 4 years, it'll be $2,751, where you can buy a house in that same community, and I assumed a $450,000 house, and your average cost is $2,435. So it's cheaper over the next 4 years to own than it is what most people are paying for rent right now. And so that's huge. And if you're listening, that may be you, and you need to make a call to a great agent like Joe Corbisiero at Whissel Realty. I mean, it's a great opportunity, Kyle, for all of us to buy. And if you're renting and paying anything over $2,000, you need to be looking at, what do I need to do to be able to own? Do I need to fix my credit? Do I need to save a down payment? What do I need to do? Do I need to show more income if I'm self-employed? These are things that me and my team at Team Home Loans or branch of Synergy One Lending do. And if rates increase 1%, where a lot of people are predicting, that's going to impact $250, and that's going to lose out on about a $50,000, $60,000 sales price. So if you're looking at $450 now and rates go up just 1%, which is could easily happen soon, you're talking about that same house costing you the same as a $500,000 house is today. So don't wait on that. So those are some of the quick things on rent to own, Kyle. I know you've got some questions to ask.
So again, if you want to connect with Jason Hall over at Team Home Loans, and he can do a really cool rent versus buy analysis. So if you're renting right now, you're thinking about buying, but you want to make sure that it makes sense for you financially, Jason can do an awesome rent versus buy calculation for you. Just shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-SELL with the word rent, and we will get that report over to you, and we can help you figure out what's really in your and your family's best interest when it comes to your housing situation. And now, I know, Jason, on the show, we've talked a lot for months and months now. I think we started talking about it in October, that the market was going to catch fire.
Yep.
And it's been on fire for months now, but now the media's caught on.
They finally, just like you were talking about, they report 2 or 3 months, and you make history. They report what you're doing, Kyle.
Right. So that's where it's super important to work with, an agent, a lender that really has their finger on the pulse of what's happening in the market. Because again, what's happening today is not going to get reported for 4 or 5 months from now. So what we started reporting in October and November and December is what's getting reported in the news now. So one of the headlines on UT San Diego, county housing market still accelerating. So, I mean, they're just catching on. And what happens is once the media starts catching on to these things, people take whatever the media says as gold and as what is really happening in the market, like it's truth. So now that the media is reporting this stuff,
it's only going to get it
we're
harder.
Seeing, it's adding fuel to the fire, because the market, like we said, has been on fire. But now when the media is reporting it, that's just pouring gas right on top of that fire. And the market is really, really caught fire lately.
I was at an open house on Saturday in La Mesa, right in downtown La Mesa. Cute little 1,900 square foot home built in 1922 by the La Mesa Sheriff back in 1922. We had over 80 people in a 3-hour period through that home. It's listed at $425,000. There's multiple offers on it. I'm going to talk about it in the next show coming up. I'm actually hosting JJ's show right after your show, Kyle. We're going to talk a little bit about that and some unique stuff on there. But it is crazy on a good priced home how much activity is going on, and that's anything under 500. And that, I think, in that $300,000 to $500,000 range, and you and Joe would probably agree, that's where most people are able to qualify as first-time home buyers. And so we just have tons and tons of activity, and it's really important that you work with a great lending and agent team. It's not just one or the other. You need to find both of those, great agent team and a great lending team to help you get your offer accepted. And again, I'm going to talk about that coming up on the next show here, hosting in for JJ.
Awesome. And again, if you want to connect with Jason over at Team Home Loans, shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. If you want the list that Joe talked about earlier, the top 10 marketing things, just put the words top 10 in that text. If you want a rent versus buy analysis, put the word rent in there and we can get that for you. So one of the things with the market being as hot as it is, getting access to properties before they hit the market is crucial. Like you talked about, this one with an open house, 80 people coming through, multiple offers. That's really tough if you're the buyer in that situation to be competing with all those people. So one of the advantages when you work with a really active real estate team like we have with Joe and I over at Whissel Realty is we get access to a lot of properties before they hit the MLS.
And you mean active, meaning like you sell more than 10 or even 20 homes. I mean, you guys have sold 700, probably over
1,000
over 1,000
years.
Last 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Right. Over 1,000 homes. So that's truly active. But what's like your definition active? Like they should be working with an agent and their team who's closing at least 200 plus transactions a year.
Well, I want to make a point with that in regards to consumers listening to the radio show. So you probably listen to their show and you become a little scared, say, oh my God, what's happening? It's multiple offers. Doesn't mean I have to overbid. We have to go over asking price. So I can't stress enough, but working with professionals, like
Yes.
you just said. You don't need to go $20,000, $30,000 over asking price. You just need a professional that knows exactly what he's doing, he or she. So with that said, call us. Call us at Whissel Realty. We're very successful, number 7 team in California. And
Yeah, it's number 7 in all of California.
Correct.
Congratulations, Joe and Kyle, on that. And number 2 here in the city of San Diego.
County.
Excuse me, in the county, not even the city.
And the new numbers come out June 26th.
for 2014, and
for
you're
2014.
projecting to be the number 1 guy,
We'll
right?
be in the
number 1
top
team.
3. We're definitely pulling for number 1. So want to get this in. We only got a couple minutes left here on the show, but like I was talking about, it's really important to work with an agent who can not only help you negotiate great deals, what's on the market, but you want access to stuff that's not on the market.
Correct.
Because you got a lot less competition if nobody else knows about it. So we talked on the show before. We do a lot of stuff in East County. I've got 2 listings coming up in East County that I want to throw out there. If you're interested in moving to one of the higher end communities in East County, I've got 2 listings coming up in the Sky Ranch community, which is the premier community in all of Santee and one of the best communities in East County as a whole. Both of these homes, same size home, just under 2,900 square feet. One's 4-bedroom, 3-bath with a loft. One's 3-bedroom plus a den and a loft. Both going to be in the $600,000 to $700,000 price range. Awesome Lennar built community.
That's actually a great price for that neighborhood.
That's an awesome price. So both of these are all built by Lennar. They sit up on a mountain. They got amazing views. Again, in the $600,000 to $700,000 range. So if you want to get access to these listings before they hit the market, give us a call or shoot us a text, 619-663-7355, 619-663-7355. Just put the words listings in there and we'll get that over to you. Joe Corbisiero, thank you so much talking about marketing with us. Jason talking about the options of renting versus buying. Appreciate you guys joining us here on Whissel Wednesdays. We'll see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how.